Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, and we are on the road again. Feels good, guarantee you. I'm glad to be out here. I'm on Highway 90 heading west towards Del Rio, probably 15 miles out of Del Rio, Texas. Temperature shows to be about 59 degrees in that range. No wind so far, and it's a good day to travel, and I am glad to be out here. I was born under a wandering star. Listen to that song by Lee Marvin from the movie Paint Your Wagon, and you'll understand a lot about me. Yep, just a matter of going. Doesn't matter where you're going, just going. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just going. Correct that a little bit. You're probably getting a little road noise, maybe not too bad. But I'm cruising along at about 55 miles an hour, warp 3. Nice morning and no complaints. Got everything squared away and ready to go. Got old Sparky, my Chevy Spark, up under the cover and set up for a few months. My son's going to go there this weekend and probably be going there during the week too, because he's got some jobs in the area, but checking out my place in Fort Clark Springs. I've mentioned it to all my neighbors that I'm on the road, so there's nothing there anyway. But having said that, we're headed to Del Rio. We'll spend the night in Del Rio tonight, and then in the morning we'll get up and we'll head west somewhere. I've got a couple of options there, and we'll just continue in that vein and see how it goes. But my objective on this trip is, if I can, I would like to find something I can use as a home base in New Mexico in the high desert area. Why? Well, because it is still, even though the gas prices have gone up, they're going to come back down a little bit here in a few weeks, but it hasn't discouraged any of the RVers that are out there now. In fact, looks like sales are holding steady. The parks are still full. That means national parks, state parks, RV parks, everywhere. You know, they're pretty crowded, and so with that in mind, you just kind of adapt to that situation. And for me, that would mean finding a place in an area I like and using it as a home base for a few months every summer to get out of the heat in Texas. I had one at Capitan, but I sold it, and I'm glad I did, because what I'm looking for now, I'd rather have a place with I want a real good view. I mean, I want a good view. Like that place in Carrizozo that I was going to buy last year in September, the deal fell through, but that would have been an ideal spot. That would have worked for me, and we'll see. But we're coming on in here to Del Rio, Texas on a Wednesday morning, the Ides of March, and it looks like good traveling weather. There's nothing coming in that's no bad weather that I can see. Now, of course, the weather forecast for 3 days is pretty accurate. For 10 days, who knows? But it is nice for me at my age, 76, to be living this sort of life, because it's an adventure. It keeps my mind, keeps me young. Well, young in the sense that I've got a challenge and an adventure, as opposed to watching Fox News and eating MSNBC while I'm sitting in a recliner drinking coffee. No, I don't. I know if you're doing that, that's fine. That's your choice. You do you, I do me. But for me, this is the pure form of life for me. I mean, I've thought about it many ways, many times. I do it every day. I think of, what could I do to make my life more enjoyable? And this is the top of it right here, the traveling in the RV. We'll let this go a few minutes. I'm just rambling along here. I've got me some green tea and some dark chocolate almonds. I'm not having them yet. I'm kind of saving them for a break later, because it's a little early in the day. I'm not sure what time it is right now. I can tell you. Right now it is not going to argue one way or another. It's what it is, deal with it, and that's that. Del Rio, Texas, coming in. If I didn't have to go to the grocery store, I'd take this right here on I think it's a bypass called Highway 79 that goes around Del Rio toward El Paso, Sonora. But yeah, it's a good way to go around to the National Recreation Area too, if you don't need to get gas or food or anything. And I'm going to top off my tank and get groceries. So yeah, just I want to get those things that are hard to find on the road, and I want to be supplied so that if I get to a place and I want to stay for a few days, I don't have to worry about going to the grocery store. And here's something else I'll mention. You know, I don't have a tow vehicle, a Toad, and I don't plan to use one in the future. The reason is I have found that I can use this 24-foot Class C motorhome just like a vehicle or car and go grocery shopping, whatever I need to do, and it's no issue at all. And if you factor in, you know, if you look at a tow vehicle, now, you know, again, I used to be an accountant, so I kind of look at the cost of things, and but you know, if you look at the maintenance of the tow vehicle, the license tags, the insurance, and whatever else, just those alone would probably pay for your extra gasoline using your Class C motorhome as a vehicle. And if you throw in what you had to buy or purchase the tow vehicle for and spread that out over, say, 7 years, I know it would more than pay for the gasoline in the Class C motorhome. Because you're not going to drive that many miles anyway. I mean, you know, if you want to go do a little sightseeing in the Class C motorhome, you can do it. It's 10 cents a mile right now for me. Oh, excuse me, that's wrong. It's I get 10 miles to the gallon, so right now it's about 40 cents a mile, and going hopefully down. And whereas in my Spark it would be 10 cents a mile. Yeah, that's a big difference, but I don't drive that much traveling around. We'll see how it goes. I mean, if I decide to get a tow vehicle, I will. So on and on we go, guys. The adventure never ends. Does it? It's just pretty for me to be driving down the highway. Fortunately, the radio doesn't work at all now. I must have blown a fuse. I'll try to find it one of these days. But I don't listen to radio anyway. You know, I just drive down the highway listening to the music in my mind. And it seems to me I enjoy that more than any of the distraction from other music. I mean, I enjoy music, don't get me wrong. I just don't enjoy it all the time, you know? And loud, I really don't like. I'm not sure what the speed limit is here, but I'm going to slow down anyway. We'll let that go a few more minutes. I may let it go till I get to HEB. Why? I haven't got anything else to do, and not you. Some of you may not either. So you'll get to see a little of Del Rio, Texas on a Wednesday. Speed limit showed to be 40, so we're going to get down to 30 and put it, you know, I've got cruise control in this car, on this vehicle. I don't have it in my Spark. I got power windows here too. This is like a luxury automobile compared to my Spark. It's got roll-up windows, no cruise control. Can you imagine that? This one's pretty simple though, I will tell you that. This Class C motorhome chassis, the Chevy 2500 chassis that I got is very simple. I mean, it does have power windows. It doesn't have power seats. And well, I'm going to move over here. Yeah, they could, if you don't move over when a highway patrolman's got somebody stopped like that, if you just come zooming right by, they'll catch you later and give you a ticket. That's the city police there. Del Rio, Texas. Go to the left up here at this red light and you go to Carrizo and Eagle Pass. Or not Carrizo Springs. Gasoline here at that station shows to be $3.96, which is a good sign because that's usually the highest place in town. So I'm hoping I'm going to get down around $3.80, maybe. So here we are, guys. Yeah, it's fun, man. You know, if I take a ride here, I'd go right around to Walmart, but I want to, and I will go to Walmart. I got a few things to get there. Isn't this a big video? Don't you love these? I mean, I'm just talking to myself, just clippity clip, and yeah. But you know, I live you know, there was, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were asking me, you know, who I socialized with, or, you know, who were my close friends in the neighborhood and stuff. I don't have any. You know, does that mean I'm antisocial? No, I don't think so. It just means I enjoy my own company. You know, and when you start adding a lot of people into the mix, you know, good luck. Because we all have our own life. We see things from our own perspective. I'm hoping I can remember how to get to HEB going this way. I need to get on Veterans Boulevard. Almost saw an accident there. That old boy in that gray car almost pulled right out in front of him. You did, didn't you, fella? He was smoking that cigarette. He probably got smoke in his eyes. Did I pass my turn? No, I didn't. Sure had a lot of numbers there, though, didn't it? Here's one here for, well, $3.96. Well, this is HEB. I guess I better turn them in. So $3.96. I'm going to wait till I get to Walmart. They seem to react a little quicker to price change than anybody else. But we're at HEB Del Rio, Texas. I almost passed it. If I hadn't seen the gas pumps, I'd have been going right on down to the border. Yo. Way to go, Rusty, way to go. Okay, now I gotta find one of them parking spots. I'm gonna go on down a little bit here, I think. Usually there's one or two out here. I probably should have turned there, so maybe I can get around here. Yeah, you have to remember when you're turning this van that it's a little wider and taller and all kinds of stuff. Okay. Yeah, it's a good to park out here. Why? Because there's an exit right out here. You know what I mean? You don't have to. Where is the exit? Is that it over there? Because I want to be pointing at the exit. Here we go, right here. And there's the exit right there. See that Chevron over there, it's $3.96 also. And so what that tells me is the price leaders haven't dropped their prices yet. But anyway, guys, with those genius thoughts in mind, this is Rusty78609 saying thumbs up, carpe diem, seize the day in Latin. Keep your health, enjoy your life, and if you're RVing or thinking about it, well, I say give it a shot. Take a trip. Anyway, guys, enjoy your life. Bye-bye.